Why does he have to continue the same process again and again, knowing that he's not going to get a different result? He'd be insane. Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well and that you had a great week. House guests, welcome. Grab yourselves a drink, make yourselves comfortable. If you're passing by and you'd like to become a house guest, don't forget to hit subscribe and activate all of your notifications. I'm Chez, this is Chez M0i. Welcome to my place. The beauty of having a purpose in life is that when it's your passion, it's not a job. When your purpose is derived from great pain, then it's even more rewarding when you're rewarded for your efforts. This is Anne Diamond. She was one of the presenters on Britain's very first breakfast TV programme back in the 1980s. Like Camilla, she had an affair with a married man. They had 2 children, after which they got married. They went on to have 3 more children. The passing of their 3rd child from cot death compelled her to become a campaigner to raise awareness for sudden infant death syndrome, and she has been justly recognised for her work. However, in her advancing years and since the end of her mainstream TV career, campaigning no longer appears to be enough for Anne Diamond, and, unsurprisingly, she's jumped on the GB News bandwagon, voicing her hyperbolic opinions and offering unsolicited advice. This article is from ok.co.uk, published on the 2nd of October 2024, and the headline reads, "Famous mum gives Prince Harry 4-word warning as he ends brief UK visit for South Africa tour." Prince Harry has been told to keep your head down by a famous mother following his first visit to the UK for a year, where he attended the Well Child Awards on Monday. Prince Harry was advised to keep your head down during his UK visit earlier this week by concerned TV icon Anne Diamond, who has been fretting over his safety. The Duke of Sussex was briefly in town for the Well Child Awards, which took place on Monday 30th of September in the capital. Anne Diamond, the TV veteran, cautioned Harry before his arrival that he won't find personal redemption or rehabilitation with grand gestures or dramatic declarations. She also stressed the importance of not doing anything that might seem like he's undermining his father, King Charles, especially while the monarch faces cancer treatment. Harry's relationship with the royal family has been rocky, following a spate of explosive interviews and revelations in his book Spare. He and Meghan Markle have been working hard on their image, recently making waves with a successful jaunt to Colombia and cooking up new content for Netflix, while Harry continued his good work by following his UK visit with a trip to South Africa, where he is supporting his charity Centre, and said, "Sometimes the best advice is simple and grounded. So from one mother to another's child, here's my advice to Harry as he returns home. Keep your head down." Despite her empathy for the Duke, she firmly stated, "Harry must understand that the path to personal redemption or rehabilitation, whatever he seeks, is not achieved overnight. It cannot be won through grand gestures or dramatic declarations," reports the Scottish Daily Express. "It takes time, humility, and a great deal of quiet reflection. Right now, more than anything, Harry needs to be humble. There is no need for him to arrive in Britain and make a spectacle of himself. The Well Child Awards are an opportunity to show compassion and empathy, not to become the centre of attention." Harry must realise that in situations like these, his actions will speak louder than his words. Being gracious, being respectful, and being genuinely present for the children and families honoured at the event will make a far greater impact than any headline-grabbing soundbite. This is a time to let the cause shine, not himself. Harry's visit to the UK truly was a flying one, and there was not time for any cosy chats with the King, yet Anne added, "His father is not only King of the United Kingdom, but also a man who has just stepped into the monumental role of sovereign. That brings with it unimaginable pressure and responsibility. What Charles needs now, more than ever, is peace. He does not need more controversy, more drama, or more division within his family." Harry has to recognise that this is not the time to stir the pot. His presence in Britain, albeit brief, should be marked by respect for his father's position, for the crown, and most importantly, for the fragile bonds of family that are still, by many accounts, very much under strain. A couple of things with this article. In the subheadline, it states that this is Harry's first visit to the UK for a year. Was he not in the UK recently? Did he not attend his uncle's funeral? Very recently. Much less than a year ago. I mean, it's a small point, and people may say that it doesn't matter, but if you're going to write an article, write the article properly. Unless I'm mistaken and I'm living in a parallel universe. The other point I wanted to make with regards to Anne Diamond was her self-righteousness in her opinions. None of us know what is going on with the family, the royal family. Unless you're a member of that family, you don't know what's going on. And for you to talk about fragile bonds when you were having an affair with a married man, what about the fragile bonds of that family? I mean, everyone makes mistakes, okay? Everyone makes mistakes. I make mistakes every day. But to actually come on here with this self-righteous tone and warn Harry, tell him to keep his head down, and not, he shouldn't want to be the centre of attention. When has he tried to be the centre of attention when he comes to Britain? He focuses on his causes. You're the one who's bringing attention to him by this nonsense that you've spouted, Anne Diamond. I mean, is it just me, guys? I find this very, very self-righteous and self-indulgent just because she has a platform. Which is fine. Anyone can say what they want to say. But while you're pointing the finger at others, you've got 3 pointing back at yourself. But these people conveniently forget what they've done in their own lives. and they sit on their high horse and look down disapprovingly because Harry is not behaving how they want him to behave. He's gone against the grain and they can't stand it. I have questions for Anne Diamond. With you having undergone treatment and surgery for cancer last year and being rushed to hospital earlier this year for dangerously high blood pressure, would it not be better for you to concentrate on how to improve your health rather than worry about what Prince Harry does when he comes to the UK? From what I recall, Harry's sole objective when he visits the UK is to attend to the matter at hand and get out of here at the earliest opportunity. So please could you help me to understand how he is causing his father distress? Additionally, Harry already has a mother. Although she's no longer here, I think it's safe to assume that his recollections of her means that she remains alive for him. So with all due respect, he also didn't ask for you to be his mother's replacement. Lastly, why would Harry be so discreet about his movements? For example, the time of his arrival and his accommodation, if he, as you claim, is an attention seeker. As he and his wife have stated more than once, they would prefer that any attention they receive is redirected to the causes that they are involved with. With that said, let's see the engagements Harry's been undertaking this week.
Prince Harry is at the Well Child Awards, a charity of which he's been patron for more than 15 years. And our royal editor, Chris Shipp, is outside the event in West London. Chris, we know that this charity is very close to Harry's heart. Do you think he's going to be talking to or meeting any other senior members of the royal family?
Well, that's the key question, Mary. Well, welcome to a rather windy and some might say rather ironically named Royal Lancaster Hotel. We've just seen Prince Harry leave here, and he's going to drive out by the rear exit of the hotel and we presume back to the USA. Let's first of all deal with why he's here. He's here for the Well Child Awards. It's a unique charity. I have to say, I've been to it a number of times. I've never failed to be moved by the courage and the heroicism of both the young children with life-limiting conditions and their families who support them. And that's why Harry comes back. This award happens every year at this time of year, and he keeps coming, even though, of course, he now lives in California. But of course, when he does come here, there is that question, well, who's he going to see when he's here? Now, look, it's my understanding he arrived here yesterday. We think he's on his way home now. Did he see his father, the King Charles? Well, no, he's in Scotland, so there's a geographical reason for not seeing him, perhaps. But, 30 miles down the road to here is Windsor, where his brother Prince William lives. And no, he didn't see him either. So another reminder of that deep rift between the two brothers, that another trip that Harry has made to his home country. And yet again, he hasn't seen the members of his family to heal that deep division that still remains. So the award ceremony went on as usual, and I have to say, a wonderful ceremony it was. But Harry leaves here without seeing his father or brother.
Chris Shipp in West London, thank you.
Hey everybody, is everyone having a good time? Is everybody having a good time? Okay. It's wonderful to be back here with you all for the 19th annual World Child Awards. GSK, where are you? It was surprisingly quiet this evening. Thank you for your unwavering support of this very special event. We're all extremely excited for what you have in store for next year's 20th anniversary. I hear big things, but don't worry, I'm not going to give anything away, but we're all very, very excited. So thank you. To tonight's award winners, congratulations. A huge congratulations, you little legends. I salute you, we salute you. Thank you for your courage, your perseverance, your kindness, and of course, your sense of humour. And thank you all for being the uplifting that you are to every single one of us around you. The World Child Awards is an event that never fails to inspire me. The stories of young people who battle against the odds, living lives filled with medical procedures, hospital stays, endless appointments. They remind us all of the strength of the human spirit. And for many of us, it is a daily life that we can hardly imagine. And yet somehow, the young people I meet are always smiling. And in every room they walk into, seemingly lights up with warmth and positivity. So, keep being you. You've got this, and we've got you. This evening we come together not only to celebrate that remarkable resilience and spirit, but also to recognize and thank the unsung heroes, the superhero parents, the carers, the siblings and professionals who work tirelessly and selflessly to ensure these young people have the best lives possible.
So this whole journey of Chez M0i started from that element of having experience, having come to the motherland. He's now my younger brother, Mahali, the warrior. Experiencing, breathing the same air, eating the same food as the children, the herd boys, the shepherds, that inspired this dream to come to where we are now. But I think it is that deep felt need that we want collectively make a difference in our lifetime. But not only in our lifetimes, but leave a legacy and pass on the baton to the next generation.
And while the demented UK press can't make up their minds as to why Harry was without Meghan, they appear to be contradicting their previous rhetoric that Harry and Meghan are codependent. As we are aware, Meghan's philanthropy and activism were well established long before her royal status. And as we can see, Harry has more than proven he can hold his own on the world stage.
Your activism, your compassion, I know that my mum would be incredibly proud of you guys. Let us also remember the power we have to create the change. And let's get to it.
Harry is not an awkward Charles. Harry is not an awkward William. Unlike Charles and William, Harry's survival is not dependent on whether or not he's popular. In fact, it's funny to see that those who have such disdain for Harry, like Anne Diamond, continuously allow the Sussexes to occupy free space in their minds, and they can't seem to keep the Sussexes' names out of their mouths. Here's some advice that I know Anne Diamond did not ask for. How about you keep your head down and devise a strategy over the next few weeks and months to raise awareness about female cancers, present it to Kate, and maybe you can both collectively travel across the UK to offer hope to the hundreds of thousands of sufferers, many of whom are coming to the end of their lives and want to spend the precious time they have left in quiet contemplation with their loved ones, because they don't have the luxury or the privilege of constantly criticising people who they don't even know. Guys, I mean, what do you even say to all of this nonsense this week? UK media, dry as ever, can't come up with anything new. The age-old question, is Harry going to meet with his family? The answer is no. If we cast our minds back to May 2024, 10th anniversary of the Invictus Games, and Harry returned to London to attend the Thanksgiving service at St Paul's Cathedral, and reports had come out that he and Charles were going to meet. Transpired, apparently, that Charles said he was too busy to meet with Harry. He couldn't move his garden party that he was having at Buckingham Palace. He couldn't move that to a different date. Too busy with that to see his own son. His own son that lives in a different country. But yet you had time to see David Beckham in the same week. Interesting. So, why does Harry need to flog a dead horse? If Harry's reached out already and he's been rejected, why does he have to continue the same process again and again, knowing that he's not going to get a different result? He'd be insane. Okay, you wouldn't do it. I definitely wouldn't do it. If I know that someone doesn't want anything to do with me, trust me, I am not the one who's going to re-establish a connection. Harry is his own man. Harry doesn't dance to the tune of the UK establishment. And this is what ticks them off. They can't bear it. He's not under their control. They can't grab hold of him. They can't grab hold of him. Just like Diana was a loose cannon, they look at Harry and Meghan like loose cannons. And it irks them. It irks them so much. And when it comes to Anne Diamond, it really amazes me that this woman, who is in such poor health, has energy to be so worried. She's fretting about Harry. Coming out with nonsense that he's, giving sound bites and wants attention. When did that happen? I don't remember him ever doing that when he's returned to the UK. More often than not, people are not aware that he's in the UK until he's actually in the UK. So how is he trying to gauge attention? How does that even make sense? And why are you, with high blood pressure, so worried? Do you not understand that worry is a contributing factor to your high blood pressure? Is your pension not supporting your lifestyle? So at the age of 70, you've decided that you're going to be a presenter on GB News and compromise your integrity by spouting all of this nonsense about somebody who's not even concerned about you, but you're so concerned about them. You have children of your own. I'd imagine they're around the same age as Harry and William. I don't know. I know one of them unfortunately passed away, and that's a sad thing. I've lost a child, okay, so I sympathize, but at the same time, you have children. You do not have to give motherly advice to Harry, especially as he did not ask for it. In case you forgot, Harry turned 40 last month. He is more than capable of living his life. He is a father, he is a husband. He is fully independent of anything and anyone in the UK. He is surrounded by people who actually love him, and they do not share his DNA. So another piece of unsolicited advice. I know you didn't ask for it, Anne, but if you want to lower your blood pressure, maybe just relax, chill out at home. Maybe GB News is not the best job for you. Guys, if your thoughts were provoked in any way, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet become a house guest, don't forget to hit subscribe and activate all of your notifications. I want to take this opportunity to thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and you shall catch me in the next video.